good body weight warm-up that I like is we're going to first start off with downward dogs and cobras. The downward dogs, we're going to treat like inchworms. You can walk your feet or you can walk your hands. And I'll do them both ways. So we're going to walk into a plank position, and then from here, you're going to look to flex your toes, and you're going to try to get your heels to touch the floor as soon as you possibly can. You keep walking until you feel like your knees want to bend. Don't let them bend. Hold that stretch for about 5 seconds. You'll feel it in your calves and your hamstrings. Keep your palms flat on the floor, and then we're going to walk our feet back out into a push-up position. So the goal is to try to flex your toes. Small baby steps to try to get your heels to touch the floor with straight legs the entire time. If you have tight calves, you're probably not going to be able to get your heels to the floor, or tight hamstrings. So once you feel a good stretch, stop. If you feel a good stretch right there in your calves, hold it. If you're focusing more on your hamstrings and you want to go a little further, and you can, go for it. And we're going to do this 5 times. And then next thing, we're going to go into a cobra. Squeeze your butt, arch, roll your eyes behind your head. Think about looking at your feet behind you. And then you can turn over one shoulder, looking up and over. Think of looking towards the sky. And then go the other way. You'll feel your hips rotate a little bit. And then from here, you do a downward dog. And then we'll go back. Butt tight, arch as much as you could, extend. Turn over your right and your left. And the same thing here, we'll do 5 of each. And then we're going to go into spidermans. Front leg. Make sure that knee is over the ankle. Don't lean forward with the knee. Back leg, you're going to push back with that heel, knee close to the floor. This is like a squat position right here. So we want to really push that out. Open up in here. You get a nice hip flexor here. Stretch, focus here is on the glute. And then we're going to take the same side hand. We're going to rotate to the sky, keeping the back side down. Rotate as far as you can. And when you come back down, lean back down as low as you can. If the knee wants to touch the floor, it can. Just make sure when you rotate, your body doesn't lift up. Force the knee down. Feel tension all through your adductors and your pelvic area. You should feel a good stretch in your shoulders, your back, your hip, your glutes. your adductors, your hip flexors. If you feel like they're too tense, always stop the stretch and then start massaging it, with a ball, the hypervolt, anything you do to release the tension. And we're going to look to do 5 on each side. If you like alternating, you can alternate each time. When you're down here, feel like you're sinking your whole body down. Remember, this is a squat right there. Knees out, pelvic forward, butt down. Same thing, 5 on each side. And remember, you can go from here, plank, see if your foot comes all the way around, right towards your hand, and you can do another Spider-Man. This is an exercise right here, for your core, your hips, great mobility exercise. Even your shoulders, your arms might be getting tired right now. Is your hips loose enough to rotate the foot out and around, foot straight, 90 degrees, straight up and down, perpendicular. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a lunge stretch. And if you can, the back foot, you could have it up on a couch, a chair, a little medicine ball. See if you can actually grab it, but you want to make sure your body's nice and relaxed so your hamstring doesn't cramp up. If you're really tight in your hip flexors, quads, you're not going to be able to grab your foot. But if you can, nice and relaxed. See if you can balance yourself. Squeeze your butt for 5 seconds. And then exhale. You squeeze it for 5 seconds. And then exhale. Keeping your hands there. Your foot's on the floor, squeeze your butt. Exhale. Squeeze your butt. Exhale. And do that 5 to 10 times. And then we switch. So you might want to actually put your foot up on something so you get more of a quad hip flexor stretch. Same thing, I reach. Squeeze my butt. Exhale. I'm squeezing for like 5 to 7 seconds. Probably going a little too quick right now. Exhale. When you create tension, you actually help release tension in the muscle, and you also strengthen in the muscles in the position that you're in. And you're always exhaling after you're done squeezing. Stay hollow here, don't arch your back because you'll tighten up your psoas. So squeeze, hollow position right here. Don't arch, don't throw your chest back. In this position, you could also reach your hand up. It'll give you more of a stretch too, if you had your foot up. Awesome. You want to do the other side? Same thing, reach. If you want to get a hip flexor psoas stretch, you could actually reach, take your pelvic forward, take this to the side, and then tilt. Forward, out, tilt. Forward, out, tilt. Forward, out, tilt. You can think about doing that on both sides. And that'll help get a psoas stretch. Your psoas, the way it cuts through your body, it's not just about in this plane, it's also a diagonal plane, transverse plane, so extend, out, over. 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 Good job.